think yours is about Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be relevant
Ooh, interesting.
to
our conversation.
to our
'Cause we're
conversation.
talking
So I
anime.
kind of
we can talk about it without going into too much depth.
Yeah,
We gotta
and
pace
we might
ourselves.
spoil some Attack on Titan. Like, I'm not gonna. Let's not try to walk
Yeah. I'm not gonna get into too much detail with it.
Okay.
But
because there's
it's main plot related.
because I think it'll be helpful for your recommendation and me giving like a review of it.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
I would say Attack on Titan is like my one anime that I've watched.
Yeah,
Kind of. I mean, other than like Cowboy Bebop and the stuff that you've recommended.
yeah.
So I think it's like great benchmark.
Yeah,
is the best
that's
way
true.
to put it.
Okay, and I think last episode I tried comparing this anime to Attack on Titan. Like that was the closest thing I had, and the more I thought about it, I was like, it's nothing like Attack on Titan.
It's
like I couldn't like think
know.
of something close enough. You know,
We'll
'Cause
get
it's-
into that.
it's
We'll
not-
get it. Don't worry.
Okay.
We'll touch on that.
Okay.
But
The more I thought about it, the more I'm like, maybe Demon Slayer's closer. It's
I would say
but
Demon
it's
Slayer
still different. I don't know.
It
I
is,
couldn't
yeah.
think of a good.
No, we'll get into that in a second.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, tell me
So-
what you don't like about Attack on Titan.
I do not like the final season of Attack on Titan.
It's fair. This is fair. I think it was amazing.
I'm not done with it yet.
Okay.
I'm
Oh, you're not.
no.
Where are you at? Like, what's been the?
They Aaron just got the Warhammer.
Oh man, you got so much. There's.
I know. I have
Yeah.
so much to go.
Yeah.
But the season itself is depressing
Yes.
the hell out
Yeah.
of me.
100%.
And I understand that that's like great storytelling and there's like good things happening on and like it's different from other shows
Yep.
and it's really like treading new territory and relating to the real world and like all this great
Yeah,
stuff, but it's depressing to watch. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to spend my time watching this thing because it makes me depressed. I don't want to watch
so
it.
let's dive deep into this because I'm not totally like I'm not gonna lay down the hammer and go you're wrong.
Yeah,
even
sure.
though you are. But like no.
Okay.
but
Invalidate my feelings. Thanks.
yeah, 100%. No, but is the feeling of like it being depressing, which like is with okay. My head is 1,000 miles in every direction right now.
Yeah.
So so much of Attack on Titan is depressing. It's just a dark and gloomy show. But I'm wondering if the depressing side of it is the fact that towards the last two seasons, no one's really the bad guy. Is that what's messing with you?
No, I think it's more no one's the good guy.
Even better.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh man, because it's not even like I'm still rooting for who have been the good guys this whole time, right?
Okay,
I'm still rooting for the scouts and Aaron and that.
You're still on Aaron's side.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I'm still rooting for that general side of people, you know? And I think the scouts are the closest to good. Aaron has gone off the deep end a little bit.
Yep.
But I think my problem is that I'm still leaning towards them. The good guys isn't the right term, but like I'm still leaning towards rooting for them.
Yeah.
Versus the other guys, but they have made it very clear in the show that it's like, oh, you killed my family, so I'm going to slaughter your entire country.
Yeah.
And the other side is like, well, you just slaughtered my family, so I'm going to slaughter your entire country.
Yeah.
And that just endless cycle goes back and forth over and over and over again. And I'm like,
It's too real.
It's too real. It's
So,
just so
because
depressing to watch.
What I love about Attack on Titan as a show, not just an anime, as a show, it's like the same thing with like Breaking Bad. Have you watched Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Several times.
You are so for Walter White, and then there's a flip, and you're like, he's the bad guy.
Yes. Yeah.
And you go, I'm kind of still for him.
But I still had Jesse Pinkman. Like Jesse,
that's true. You had an anchor.
I had an anchor.
But that's
this
the thing.
is still a good guy.
I think that the anchors are the individuals in Attack on Titan. But if you break it out into teams, there's no villain and there's also no hero.
Correct.
Which to me, I loved it because Attack on Titan is so black and white for the whole show. Mm-hmm. The bad guy is the Titan. We got to kill all the Titans.
Yeah.
And what I love about it is it's like it's good
strips that from
character
you.
depth and good character development.
Yeah.
Where then the protagonist goes, hold on a second, this isn't the enemy, and it flips and like you go, what if your entire motivation for living and fighting and trying so hard was all a lie? And that is like such a and there's so
and
much.
I want to say I loved that.
Yeah,
I love all this plot. It's so rich and deep, and I'm loving it. But when I'm watching the show, it makes me sad.
Yeah,
and I
get
hate that feeling. You know, it's like there are other shows I can watch that make me feel happy.
Okay, this might turn into a longer conversation. And I think it's a tangent worth going through because again, it's going to relate. It's going to relate.
Yeah.
So the thing about Attack on Titan that I love, and it's like where you and I think are so different in the content that we gravitate towards.
Mm-hmm.
Like it sounds like you're still enjoying Attack on Titan. It's just making you feel things that you don't want to feel.
It's just
and to
making
me,
feel
I go
so
like,
sad.
if someone can write out a script, develop characters to provoke that feeling, then they have like really captured it and mastered it.
Yeah.
Where like I'm always drawn to nuance. And I'm like, I just don't like the black and white. I liked that Star Wars towards the last 3 episodes was starting to play in that area, but then jumped out.
Yeah.
They like, abandoned ship, which is so sad because it could have been a really cool concept.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think
agree.
like when you look at the constant, and it's like very like modernist type of like filmmaking or media creation where it's like you have good guys and bad guys, and then you have like postmodern, which is kind of the era we're in, where it's much more who is bad and who is good because they think they're good, and you can kind of relate to every character.
Yeah,
and to me, that's what makes good bad guys. That's what makes good heroes. So for me, like with that stuff, I love when they're able to say, to start out as good and the bad. And you just watch everyone become gray. And you're like, okay, I don't know who to cheer for. Because like the last episode that I saw of the season you're watching, there's this, I can't even, it's an insane event that happens.
Yeah.
And you're kind of watching it about to happen. You go, I don't know if I should be terrified for them or I should feel pumped up. I'm so confused. And I'm just like, when a show can do that, it's so powerful and it's so cool and so interesting to me.
Yeah. You know what I think it is?
Because Eren kind of dies.
I'm rooting for Eren, but I don't like him anymore.
Yes.
I don't like him. I'm rooting for him, but I don't agree with his decisions. I'm not on his side.
It's so good. This is like people know me. They know that I'm not really that much into anime, but like Attack on Titan is like top 10, maybe top 5 TV shows in my opinion because they're able to like capture that feeling so well. And I'm like, Lost had a little bit of that too, where they would make you hate a character, then you learn their backstory, and then you like them a little bit more.
Yeah. You go back and forth.
I totally understand why you like are feeling this way, Attack on Titan. I'm just like
I think I would be more into it if there wasn't so much killing of innocent people. If for some reason it's completely different for me, if the two sides that are at war with each other are just killing the people that are trying to kill them.
Yeah.
It's as soon as you go, well, we're just going to kill all the civilians too.
Yeah.
That's
as soon as the innocent blood gets in their hand, then you're like, hold on a second.
You're pushing it too far for me. That's just so depressing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So real.
Which is the show. Like
I know, and that's and that's the thing is like, and I love that like they kind of have this build up. You're following these characters, and then they do a 180. And they show you this whole other city.
Yeah.
And you like start to connect with all of them. And you're like,
at first I was very off put by the big change. I'm like, oh my God, there's so much I need to learn now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And then I started getting through it. I'm like, okay, this is going to be really cool.
Yep. So now it's
yeah.
like, now when you watch a fight scene, it doesn't feel like an anime fight scene, because when someone's like really brutally killed in a cool way, you're like, but that's like someone I know.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know characters from both sides. And so you just watch this warfare happen. You go like,
Yeah.
what am I? Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. It's incredible.
Which once again, I agree. It's good.
Yes. You just don't like it.
It's just so sad. I don't want to feel so sad.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. I get it.
Yeah.
There's like definitely shows that are like, I need to watch when I'm feeling like, oh, I want to go escape the nuances and the reality
Yeah.
of life. And then there's shows like this where I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to
wanna
feel.
feel
If the
it.
show doesn't make me feel something,
Sure.
then I just like don't care.
Yeah. I just don't want it to be sad.
It's like negating like an entire.
There can be like sad moments. Okay. I think I got it. There can be like these ebbs and flows between sad moments and happy moments
Yep.
and comedic moments and action moments. Like I love when all of that is mixed in and it makes you feel all those emotions. But Attack on Titan, just the final season is like sad. Like there's
yeah.
I don't have like these heartwarming like scenes between two characters where I'm like, oh, there's a romantic connection there, or oh, they're laughing and that's really funny, and like
They don't pull you out. I get that.
you know, it's just depression.
Which, to be
just on
fair,
top of
like
each other.
they are in the middle of war.
Yeah,
I feel like it would
yeah.
be jarring for them to then go, hey, we're gonna go spend a day at the market.
No,
You
and
know
I'm
what I
not
mean?
asking for that, but like I don't know, like give me two characters that are like joking around with each other a little bit or something,
yeah.
you know, like because that I think that's true to most human wars is like there's like
Yeah.
humanity that keeps trying to thrive in that area, you
And
know?
you can feel the tension of everybody where nobody know like. And that's what I like too, is like the characters also feel the same tension as we do.
Yeah.
They're not
yeah.
like gung ho necessarily about it,
No.
except for maybe Aaron. But
Yeah.
even Aaron has a little bit of this
Even
like,
Aaron is like,
Man, I don't know what to do.
That was one of the things I actually loved, where he was talking to the Armored Titan.
I can't remember their names. But yeah.
Okay,
Oh, when
but
they're underground.
They're underground, and he's talking to the Armored
That seems
Titan.
wild,
and
dude.
it's like clear that Aaron doesn't actually want to do this thing.
No.
he's
He
come
feels
to
like he has to
terms
do it.
that he needs to do this thing.
Yep.
And he's going to do it because he needs to.
Yes.
And loved that. That was cool. That was awesome. Into it,
Yep.
you know. And then once he did the thing, I'm like, man, that was rough to watch.
Dude.
It's rough to watch.
So good.
rough.
Because I think for me, sometimes with like anime, it's like it's cartoon.
Yeah.
So it's like you, in my head, I want you to give me really hard topics that are easier to watch when it's animated.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if this was
Yeah.
live action,
I think that's anime.
there's-
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any way I could get through this.
No, yeah.
And like, so then I love that they just play it straight. They go for it. And So I'm interested to see how you feel when it wraps up.
Yeah. Hopefully it's
we'll check. We'll check back in and see. But I think it's fair. I think what you're saying is totally fair.
Okay.
I think it just is like what we are wanting and expecting from shows
Yeah.
is really, really different.
Yeah, definitely.